Hey folks, it's Wednesday, right? Wednesday morning, 8 a.m. Wednesday morning on the East Coast here. Do you have the AccuWeather alerts that are going to go off all day long? Um, Hurricane Michael, is that Michael Avenatti? Hurricane Michael is coming up, going to hit the panhandle there of Florida. Um, we hope everybody's okay. We hope everybody's evacuated. We do know CNN is in place, and they have sent their entire team, and they're in place hoping they can create a different kind of news story right here 4 weeks before election. But we hope everybody's okay, and that's everything you're getting down there on your screen this morning is hurricane coverage. Why don't we just leave that like to Jim Cantori and the Weather Channel and let them do that? That's why they call it the Weather Channel. Okay, we can get our information from the Weather Channel. Okay, not Griff Jenkins and all of the CNN team down there just trying to find disaster and mayhem so they can, what are they, CNN's like the hurricane, what's that commercial when mayhem happens, right? That guy's there, right? That's CNN on hurricane coverage. They're waiting for mayhem. Anyhow, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. You can contact the show, 706-889-9700. You can send me an email, chief@fetchernews.com. Trying to make sure the volume's off on this, chief@fetchernews.com. Follow us on Twitter, @FetcherNews, @FYNTV. YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, FYN TV, News, and you'll get a notification. When like you know you're supposed to do something, you just keep putting it on the back burner, and you'll get to it later. Well, that happens to be me and all the notifications that I've gotten that my email is almost full and I need to empty it so it will work. So this morning I tried to send Josh all of my pictures for the day, and it tells me that I'm out of room. So we'll have a low graphic Wednesday. All right, what do we talk about? Is it Cedar Bluff, Iowa? Where is it at? Is that what it's called? They have upgraded the chant. Right? They've upgraded the chant. Where was that? Is that Cedar Bluff, Iowa? Trump is out in Iowa last night, and out in Cedar Grove or wherever it is, Iowa, they want Dianne Feinstein locked up. Oh, wow. Holy mackerel, Batman. Yeah. They want Dianne Feinstein. Trump says, I got to give it to the president. We're going to get into some serious stuff here. Nikki Haley. The left is spinning. I love when the left likes the right. Oh, man, they are praising Nikki Haley as the one person in the administration that maintained her, what would you call it? But she stood up to the president. She was the one in the cabinet that maintained her identity, that didn't get sucked into the Trump world. And she, so anyhow, the heads are spinning off and they love her now. Oh, yes, they absolutely love her. She exited stage left, according to the left, and they love her. So that's going on. We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay. Yes, Nikki Haley. And, but last night in Cedar Bluff, Iowa. Trump does the greatest impression, okay? of Dianne Feinstein. He just does. You have to watch these rallies. I didn't get to watch the entire rally last night. Blue Ridge City Council went up there. Didn't get to watch the entire rally, but you have to watch these things because you never know what he'll do next. And then he hits a home run on something, and, he'll use it about 3 or 4 rallies. But right now, Dianne Feinstein, do you remember in the questioning, who leaked the document? All right. It was great because Feinstein did. She gave the look. Then she looked back to her did we leak it? Did we do that? I tell you, Trump does a great impression of Dianne Feinstein leaking the document. Just a great impression. You can't beat it. So the crowd starts chanting, "Lock her up. Lock her up." So out in Iowa, remember, that's where he was going to nosedive out there because of the tariffs that were going to hurt the farmers. Headed to Erie, Pennsylvania. Trump is headed to Erie, Pennsylvania today. And that'll be for Lou Bartoletta. Erie, Pennsylvania. Now, yesterday, we're going to get into this. I'm going to start it right now. With this. I just wanted to Google names. Now, you may Google these names and something else come up. I understand if you're in a different zip code or whatever. I mean, that's how it works. I'm telling you right now. But up here in Ellijay, Georgia, when I Googled Brian Kemp, okay, let's put up, now this is the race for governor of Georgia, all right, and I just want to do this, so let's put up number, I thought I had it on the list there, Josh, maybe I don't. Do you have number 8? Okay, now number 8, let me look at this. Let me pull it up. I have to get a computer for this show that'll run fast enough. Okay. Now, if you could see on the top, number 8, all I have typed in on Google was Brian Kemp. That's it. That's all that's typed in at the top. I didn't ask it anything but Brian Kemp. And I got GOP's Brian Kemp purged 1 in 10 Georgia voters. I've got the names, okay? That's one of the stories. Second is anti-gay Georgia candidate what is that second word down there? But and Abrams, Kemp bring long-running war over voting rights in Georgia governor's race. If I don't find glasses here pretty soon. That's DR? Okay. So is anti-Georgia candidate cruising Grindr for votes, right? And that's an app for gay men. Okay? Right. Okay. Thank you, Josh. So, that is the Brian Kemp. Now, Josh has my witness in there. That's all that Google search says at the top. Brian Kemp, right?
That's correct.
And then underneath it says top stories, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, let's go to number 9. All I put in this morning is Stacey Abrams. The second number 9, if I gave you 2, there you go. That's all I put in. And every day I've been putting this in just to see some of the things that come up on Google. Top stories this morning on Google for Stacey Abrams. And we're going to visit this one because I know the direction that Google is helping, whether they lie or not, Stacey Abrams. in the areas they're trying to help her. Where am I at? Now, I know you're going to yell. I know, oh no, he's got conspiracy theory hat on this morning. Let me get a drink of water before I can finish conspiracy theory Abrams. So sorry, folks. Stacey Abrams, top stories. Rural Georgians want Medicaid. Now stop right there. They want it. We want it. But they are, this is what it said, they're divided on Stacey Abrams, the candidate. And who is that from? The New Yorker. The New Yorker doing what? A story on what? Rural Georgia, on what? Medicaid, and Stacey Abrams. Because I'm going to tell you before we're done, we're going to hold these two pictures, and we're going to get it to where my other pictures come in when they do. And we're going to do an entire segment on rural Georgia and what is happening up here that you do not think is taking place many out there. Republicans, you know, I like most of them, okay? I like most of them. But I'll tell you what, let me speak to the arrogant Republicans. Don't get all worked up, don't get all mad. But the arrogant Republicans this morning, the ones that are going to every Republican fish fry, going to every Republican barbecue and shaking hands. Okay? And that's your campaigning to the choir. Top stories for Stacey Abrams. Rural Georgians want Medicaid. Okay? Second one, doctored images takes aim at Stacey Abrams, okay? All right? Like it's an attack on her. And the last one out of three is equal to Brian Kemp. Abrams, Brian bring long-running war over voter rights to Georgia, but this is not a positive story on Brian Kemp, okay? It is it's a positive story on Abrams and what she wants to do, and the negative. Understand, every time you see a voting rights or voting or anything with Brian Kemp's name next to it, it's negative because he's Secretary of State. So voting. So I just wanted you to see that, okay? I just wanted you to see that. And I want to look at, before I go to my first break, had it here just a minute ago. From the New York Post, or the New Yorker, the magazine New Yorker, rural Georgians want Medicaid, but they're divided on the candidate who wants to expand it. Okay? So you need to be guilty. You're about to be guilty now. Leave up the Stacey Abrams there for a minute. Patty Castleberry, an unemployed white woman. Damn white woman. I knew we wouldn't get out of the first sentence. In her early 50s, white woman, lives in Cuthbert, a small town in southwest Georgia. Last June, she suffered a ruptured aneurysm that required multiple surgeries. One day, I went to bed and woke up in Emory. She recalled referring to a hospital in Atlanta. She didn't have insurance at the time. She has since secured Medicaid, but it didn't kick in immediately, as she has hospital bills exceeding $300,000. From the New Yorker, unemployed white woman in rural Georgia. So I'm telling you right now, they are working rural Georgia for the next 27 days or whatever it is. Look, early voting starts on October 15th. Okay? Georgia has a record number of requests for absentee ballots. That's my understanding, record number. Democrats are making moves in areas in Georgia with candidates. Unlike, it's not been seen before in years since Georgia actually in the rural areas was a Democrat at that time. So that is some of the things I want to talk about because you got a new poll coming out. Brian Kemp 47, I think 47, 45 over Stacey Abrams. I am concerned on what's getting ready to happen in rural Georgia, and I'm just telling you this because, you know, I put up, let me go here for a minute if it'll open, and I want to show you this for a reason. I'll do it after the break. I went over here, okay, to Gilmer Arts in Gilmer County, Georgia. Sarah Riggs Amico is coming to town. All right, this is where I'm talking about. Let me just get straight with these Republicans, okay? So Sarah Riggs Amico is running for lieutenant governor, right behind, right at the top of the ticket with Stacey Abrams. It's almost like you run, president, vice president. We'll talk about Nikki Haley in a minute. Don't get worked up, okay? You got a hurricane to watch, Nikki Haley to watch. Don't worry about it. We're in Georgia right now. Because even if you're a national viewer, you need to pay attention because so goes Georgia. I forgot the good news. They broke it to us Michael Bloomberg's a Democrat again. When wasn't he a Democrat? And guess what? Bloomberg has poured millions of dollars into the state, Georgia. Tom Steyer, millions of dollars. You think they don't want Georgia? They're trying to take back the House. That's what many of you, and I'm not getting scattered here. I'm trying to tell even the national office, national viewers, they keep talking about taking back the House, all right? But they want Georgia. Nothing would make them any happier than turning that gold dome in Atlanta, Georgia, blue. And getting a foothold on redrawing the maps in Georgia that would end up. I asked the lady with Common Cause the other night. I've got video on it. Okay? Hopefully I get time this weekend to break that down because I want you to hear what she said when I asked her. Yes, if Stacey Abrams becomes governor and they redraw the maps, Common Cause may step in with lawsuits concerning districting in Georgia. That's why I keep yelling, wake up. So I go over here to Gilmer County, right? And there's about 25 Democrats there. Well, that's not a big crowd. Well, I'll tell you what, it was 25. Sarah Riggs Amico comes up, candidate for lieutenant governor, Democrat. And not one person, now wait a minute, listen to this. I know you're going to get angry at me. And I don't give a rat's, okay? I really don't. This is one of those days I don't give a rat's because I'm trying to, I guess, help. I tell you what, I send messages to the Republicans and the arrogant damn people just like, yes, they pat me on the friggin' head. And I wanted to use another word and I'm going to be clear. Okay, but we don't use that word here. I send them messages and they pat me on the head. Well, the hell with you and you're patting me on the damn head. I'm trying to help. Maybe it's worthless. But here's what I do know, all right? At Gilmer County, 25 Democrats got together. Nobody showed up to ask questions. One time I went to a Doug Collins town hall, and I've been to them before. When Republicans hold town halls, okay? When Republicans hold town halls, what'll happen is Democrats will flood the room and ask questions. Over in Gainesville one time, I was at a town hall where Congressman Doug Collins held the town hall, and I discussed this with many other people in just the last week, 3 days. And Democrats flooded Doug Collins' town hall, it wasn't a year and a half ago or whatever, or a year ago even, and they peppered him with question after question about repealing Obamacare. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm driving down here, okay, to Gilmer County. I walk in, there's 25, and I'm looking. Here's the kicker. Gilmer County votes like 78% Republican, right? What did Donald Trump get? 79% of the vote, 81%? I don't know. But generally, what, 78% you vote Republican? So I figure, hey, Republicans are going to come out or somewhere, surrounding county, Dawson, Fannin, Pickens, Murray, somebody's going to come out and put 5 or 6 people in the seats and ask this lady questions. Hey, where are you going to get money for this? How do you stand on this? Stacey Abrams says she'll do this. Nobody, just me. I guess the good news is only I showed up with my video camera, and she felt comfortable enough to talk, and I got a 30-second clip that said, "Me Too error, Brian Kemp possibly won't make it through in 4 years." And it's going viral all over the place, which I'm glad I did. Nobody. Then here's the interesting thing, and this is what gets me too. I put a town hall, a little focus group together. So they had 25 people, okay? And I said, hey, if you want to stick around afterwards, let's circle up the chairs. It's on our Facebook page. It's all over Facebook. I haven't put it on YouTube yet, but if you go on Facebook, Fetcher News Facebook, you can see it. It's about 45 minutes. I say you circle up the chairs. Whoever wants to stay, we'll talk about Kavanaugh and Justice Kavanaugh, and whether you agreed with the president appointing him and the Senate confirming him. So I get about 10, 12 people that stuck around, and we got the chairs out. And I just kicked out some questions or some topics, and as they got, if you stay into it over 15 minutes, they start getting angry, okay? I mean, there's some things I asked them that just really bothered them. When it came into, Ford's credibility, Dianne Feinstein, I mean, they got upset. But here's the messages on Facebook. And I'll give them to you. The messages on Facebook. I've lived here this long, and I didn't realize that many crazy people are in this county. Like, I didn't realize those crazy people were even around here. I said, okay, all right. See? I didn't even realize they're here. That's right. Then I got a couple phone calls. Why in the world would you do that? Why in the world would you sit down with them? Lord, somebody called me and said, my God, I found out yesterday that those people lived up here where I do. Okay. Just say it. Okay. So, rural Georgia, when we come back, I absolutely promise, we're going to talk about Nikki Haley. Okay. We're going to talk about Nikki Haley. We're going to talk about Donald Trump going to Erie, Pennsylvania. We're going to talk about the journalist with the Washington Post that Joe Scarborough is implying this morning that the Trump administration tipped off the Saudis that he would turn his head. I'm serious. That's how low these pieces of garbage are. They are that low. Joe Scarborough said on Morning Joe that he implied that Donald Trump knew about this and turned his head to gave the nod to Saudi Arabia. Hey, U.S. will turn our head. You do what we got to do. And now this Washington Post journalist has supposedly been sawed up with a saw, into pieces and not to be seen or heard from ever again. But he implied Trump was okay with it, okay? And yes, they are begging Nikki Haley to run Nikki, run Nikki, run Nikki. We know you're the Nikki Haley that took the Confederate flag off the Capitol of South Carolina. We know you're the Nikki Haley that endorsed Marco Rubio. We know you're the Nikki Haley that was at one time a Tea Party darling, but a couple questionable things there in South Carolina. We know that, so we want you to run against Donald Trump. We're going to go over some of the radical things that have been said this morning by the left that's going. But look at this one more time. Okay, Google search Stacey Abrams, 3 positive stories in her favor. 3. You see on the top, put up the one with Brian Kemp. What's that number? I don't know which number it was back. 2 back. 8. Is it number 8, Josh? Oh, you have that up? Is that what you have up? Okay. I guess I got to find my glasses. I got to get a damn computer. Got to find my glasses. It's a great day. I'm actually in a very good mood. And there's Stacey Abrams. Wait a minute, I have Brian Kemp there. And we pull up the picture for Brian Kemp. and that's all I put in. Do the test at home. Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't know. It may be my zip code here, but I wanted to clip it so I could prove it that all I did was put in Brian Kemp and 3 negative stories. Anti-gay, okay, purging voter, anti-gay Georgia candidate, purging voters off the voter roll, and voting rights in Georgia. 3 negative on him. There you go. We'll take a brief break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about what the media is talking about, Nikki Haley. Then we'll move on to the Washington Post. We'll see if there's anything new, and then we'll move on to some more Georgia, okay? Because I want to be around 9 o'clock. I want to at least be back on Georgia because I know that's a national. They're talking about it on MSNBC. They're doing everything they can to Elizabeth Warren was here yesterday. Look at the wackos that are showing up for this lady. And so let's take a break, Josh. I'm your host, BKP. We'll be right back after these messages.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia: LJ, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
The model year end clearance rolls on at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and the discounts on 2018 Chevys are huge. Forget MSRP on America's pickup truck. Save over $13,000 off Silverado Crew Cab LT. Forget MSRP on America's muscle car. Save over $7,000 off Camaro. The model year end discounts are huge, but the
Hey folks, I'm your host BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. 8:32 this morning. Now it's fall. We have Apple Festival coming up this weekend here in Gilmer County. The next 2 weekends, Apple Festival, and this Saturday also this weekend is Fall Arts in the Park in Blue Ridge. And also next Saturday, or Saturday week, is Paul's in the Park. So we have Fall Arts in the Park, Fall Arts in the Park this weekend in Blue Ridge, Apple Festival, you name it, we've got it. Let me see what all these messages are that I'm getting over here on my phone. They're all... Let's see what we got here. If I'm missing something on the news, I got so many things that are supposed to be telling me stuff. Okay. Coming this afternoon, Arrival. All right. Live. That is going to be this afternoon. So, Sears preparing for bankruptcy. All right. So, anyhow... The Nikki Haley, let's see if I have, because I can't, I told you earlier I can't get my email to work, and actually I know why, so unfair to. Let's go with number 16 here, Josh. Pull up number 16. Okay. So this is a headline MSNBC ran with this morning. Susan Del Percio, okay? Now, Susan Del Percio was on the show, and I love how they find these former Republican strategists, okay? And I'll tell you what, you want to talk about flipping for Mueller. You want to talk about people that flip for the special counsel Robert Mueller. It's all the time these shows get these former Republican strategists. Then you get, what's his name? Is it Steele? What's his name? But he's former Republican, chair of the Republican Party, okay? Michael Steele. And former Republican strategists, they flip more than witnesses against Donald Trump for Robert Mueller. So anyhow, Ambassador Nikki Haley, your party and country need you. And Donald Trump in the shadow. We need you, Nikki Haley, because we have 3.7% unemployment. We need you. Regulations have been cut over and over, and do look up how many thousands of federal employees that have been cut also. We need you, Nikki Haley. We need you now because regulations are going down. 3.7 unemployment. We need you now. We have no longer a NAFTA deal. We have the United States, Mexico, Canada agreement, brand new, opening up dairy markets in Canada, bringing the percentage of how many American-made, North American-made parts have to be used on automobiles versus China dumping cheap parts, and even increasing the labor wage for automobile manufacturers, the workers. We need you now, Nikki Haley. Really? I don't think so. We need you now because Donald Trump has been talking Kim Jong-un off the ledge over there in North Korea, because that's where he was, on the ledge, okay? You know, Obama said, this is what will make you stay up at night. This is what will keep that North Korea, that little guy over in North Korea. Trump says, I'll talk him off the ledge. I don't care if I have to say I love the guy, whatever I got to do. I will talk him off the ledge. Pompeo over there meeting this week. Nobody talking about it on the news. They're more interested in gossip, tabloid gossip on Nikki Haley and what she will do. Very little news on Pompeo meeting in China, South Korea, and meeting with Kim Jong-un in North Korea. Very, very little. You know, it seems like it's just yesterday that Hawaii set off accidentally their alert that there was an incoming missile, and, you know, somebody died from heart attack. Kid fell down a drain cover or something, whatever, and they were in panic in Hawaii because of the false alarm incoming missile, all right? And everybody thought, well, it could have been true because Donald Trump was calling the guy Rocket Man and everything over there. Remember that just yesterday that was happening. But no, nobody is talking about a second summit. Weapons inspectors, okay? Trump and Kim Jong-un, second summit, weapons inspectors, okay? And the China meeting with Pompeo and South Korea, nobody talking about it. But we need you now. Your party and country need you now, Nikki. Interesting. Now, it was suspect. Let's throw out all the theories. Don't you love it? These people are sitting around CNN. Hey, where's Michael Avenatti when we need him? I heard he's getting a cold shoulder. You know, Michael Avenatti, I know what you're thinking. Did you really go off track? I will get back to Nikki Haley. But Michael Avenatti is going to be one of those guys in the bar, like when he's like 65. He's going to be all alone, smoke-filled bar. But he can't smoke in there anymore. But he'll find somewhere. And somebody's going to come and sit down next to him, and he's going to say, don't I know you? Michael Avenatti is going to be able to be that guy. Don't I know you from somewhere? Yes. I was on CNN 92 times a day for 6 months. Really? I thought so. Yes. I've represented porn stars, you know, animals, You name it, I've represented them. I'm the one that came out. They didn't believe me, man. I came out with the woman on the gang. I could have brought Kavanaugh down. I'm the guy. He's going to be drinking, sobbing over a drink when he's 65. Michael Avenatti. I could have brought Kavanaugh down. They just wouldn't listen. All right, back to Nikki Haley. So we need you now. The country needs you now. So, all right, here's the speculation. Let's move on and get back to something else. But the speculation is Nikki Haley's preparing her run for 2024. That's one. The second, this is the one I really liked this morning, okay, on the left media, is she has advisors telling her to prepare for when the House, listen to me, when the House is taken back from the Democrats, that Donald Trump won't even run in 2020. The Democrats will take him down. So there is the Nikki Haley that came out and said, I will not run in 2020. Former governor of South Carolina. I will not run in 2020. She's sitting there and she says, I'm going to be supporting this guy over here. Now, I believe that, okay? I guess I'll believe that. And I think Nikki Haley has done a very good job in the administration. And I think she's done a very good job at the United Nations. Now, I'm not concerned on who succeeds Nikki Haley, because the mustache Bolton, he's mean as hell anyway, and he's not gonna let somebody go over to the United Nations and get confused on America First policy. So I'm not really worried about the United Nations. I don't get up in the morning and worry about who in the hell is our United Nations ambassador. Do you, ambassador to the United Nations? Did you get up this morning saying, oh my God, Nikki's not going to be there? Who the hell will be at the United Nations? I don't even think the damn thing should exist anyway. But, yesterday she's asked, she said, no, I won't run against this guy here. I'll be supporting this guy. Then Trump makes a statement and says, well, she may be back, maybe in a different capacity at one time, right? So he leaves it out. Nikki may be back. Now, the hopeful, they don't want Nikki Haley. The hopeful that wants to just figure out that day, there's a group of people that get up and say, today is the day that Donald Trump is destroyed. Today is the day where he is finally brought down and finished. There's a group, and it's a good-sized group in America that wish that he is destroyed, not just removed, destroyed. I mean, there's some weird person in a basement somewhere trying to invent a disintegration ray that they could shoot across one of those stages, and it'll just disintegrate him, a major laser, like Pinky and the Brain sitting up there trying to figure out how to disintegrate Donald Trump. This is very true. They want to destroy the man, okay? And there's a group that gets up every day and thinks, is this, or how can we use this to destroy Donald Trump? Period. So they don't want Nikki Haley for president of the United States. They want Nikki Haley as one of the parts of the weapon that they're trying to assemble that can destroy Donald Trump. Now, here is the take from this lady here, Susan Del Percio, is she's making the move out now, okay, by the left crazies. She's making the move out now, Nikki Haley, so she's getting ready for 2020. She's telling people it's 2024. She's getting ready for 2020 because Donald Trump is going to be taken down by the Democrats if they win the House back. And he won't even run in 2020, and she's going to run. No, that's Google Nikki Haley running in 2020 because Donald Trump will not run. Watch and see. I'm telling you right now, if people do not realize what's about to happen in this country, if Nancy Pelosi gets the gavel again, that it's going to be, you watched Brett Kavanaugh and you watched the impeachment hearing, you watched what it's going to look like and act like. Now, the good news is that the good side of Kavanaugh what Kavanaugh went through, sadly for his family. And I want to say to you, Justice Kavanaugh, in a strange way, thank you for sacrificing you and your family for the good of this country. Because the strange thing is there's articles out now of people that did not support Donald Trump, didn't even vote for Donald Trump, but they've noticed that the Democrats went totally bonkers, and they're like, I really can't go over there. So I think the Democrats have really hurt themselves and exposed, like I said on this show last week, maybe in the last 2 weeks several times, Democrats exposed themselves in a way, not the same way like Anthony Weiner, Carlos Danger would expose himself, not the same way exactly that, the guy in the, the long coat feeding the ducks would expose themselves. But the Democrats exposed themselves, some more than others, to exactly how, there's people wanting to know, all right, let's just have some fun, right? There's people wanting to know how some of these Democrats got out of the crazy house. You know what I mean? Do you remember One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? Okay? They all went out on a day trip. Whoo! That's what happened to this country. Somebody let them out, and they're all out on a day trip right now. And they happen to be, some of them are senators. So anyhow, Nikki Haley. Well, what about 2024? Mike Pence not going to run? Something she knows there? Now, here is the theory that gets thrown around, that's been thrown around, and Axios actually calls it absurd. But I just want to put it out, because I got a phone call yesterday afternoon. I just got the alert, Nikki Haley fired, okay? Or Haley, not fired. Back up. People are going to take that. Haley resigns. Well, first it shocked me because one of our reporters is named Haley, and I thought, what the hell? Haley's doing a great job. So then I open it up and it's Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley resigns. So I don't have time to read it. I don't have time to listen to it. I've got a lot going on. And I get a phone call from, none other than the Cub fan. And the Cub fan, which right now I'll just, I'd say, I understand. All right, say what you want. Yankees got their ass beat by the Boston Red Sox. It's, anybody but the Red Sox. Why? It just angers me so much. Anybody but the Red Sox. Josh is wearing his Astros hat today. I got to be on board with the Astros because I'm not a National League. You know me out there. I'm not a National League fan. So I'm not on the Brewers Dodgers bandwagon. I'm an American League fan, obviously, and the Astros, which they moved over into the American League, which I really don't call it. So once again, 2 damn years in a row, it's going to be, there's 3 National League teams in it, and then the Boston Red Sox. Anyhow, I'm going with the Astros. Anyhow, what the hell was I talking about? So I get the message, Haley resigned. So, the Cub fan calls me. So the Cub fan calls me, and he says, hey, how about this? And I'm busy, but I'm always going to take the Cub fans' call, right? So I'm busy. He says, what about this? So I'm in the middle of 5 things. I said, okay, give me this, all right? What if Jeff Sessions gets fired, Lindsey Graham, which they're all talking about, Lindsey Graham has been auditioning for Attorney General. What if Nikki Haley becomes the next senator from South Carolina? She gets appointed. Lindsey Graham goes, Beauregard gets fired, and Lindsey Graham goes to Attorney General. And I said, I have to say that is a possibility out there. So what if Beauregard does? What if he leaves? What if this past week, Monday? Now find it interesting. Let's just have some fun with it. Rod Rosenstein is on the plane with the President of the United States Monday. He is the deputy director of your Department of Justice, right? He's the number 2 in charge, right? Running the Mueller investigation. What if he's riding down there and he gets told, or I don't know, he gets told like there's somebody getting ready to go in the DOJ that does not have to recuse themselves. No reason whatsoever does this person have to recuse themselves because this person actually hated my ass during the campaign. He never said a good thing about me till 3 months ago or 6 months ago. So I'm not worried about him having to recuse himself. So I might have somebody coming into the Department of Justice that just might fire your ass. What if? What if Lindsey Graham is going for Attorney General? I mean, this is what they do on the other shows. They're out there talking this morning. They're actually talking that Nikki Haley is done in 2018 so she can prepare for 2020 because Trump won't make it. You never make it 4 years, okay? So what if Rosenstein on the plane Monday for 45 minutes said somebody's coming into the Department of Justice, maybe he has to be in the loop, okay? What if Graham went to Attorney General? Beauregard goes home to run against Doug Jones. He takes a couple years off and gets his campaign cash built up. And what if he runs against Doug Jones to get rid of the Democrat in Alabama? And what if Nikki Haley becomes senator, which would give her enough time to build up cash, okay, and get her in the political circle she needs to be in to run for president? You see, if Nikki Haley has a governor, foreign policy experience with 2 years, and then a senator, pretty good candidate for president. But what if Beauregard is going home, Jeff Sessions, going to run against Doug Jones, get his old seat back, all right? And what if Nikki Haley goes to be the senator from South Carolina? And what if Lindsey Graham goes to the Attorney General? What if? Because I tell you, as absurd as that is being called absurd. So the Cub fan tells me this yesterday, and I said, you know what? I have to stop and just say, that to me, that's pretty good, all right? I liked it. Let's see what happens. That's what we do here. We have a little fun. But Nikki Haley is leaving in 2018. Right now, I'm just going to, like the president, accept her resignation. See that she's put 2 years in the United Nations. She's kicked them in the teeth. She's done everything the President of the United States has asked her to do there. She has stood up to them all around the world. And if she goes home now, all right, to get ready for 2024 and run against Pence, okay, but don't get shocked if something else happens. Give me number 14 before we go to break. CBS YouGov poll, Tennessee, okay? This is a new one out. Marsha Blackburn, 50. Phil Bredesen, 42. This is very bad news for Democrats. They are not going to tell you it's as bad as it looks, but this is a poll that flipped. And the reason I'm bringing this one up, this is a poll that flipped, where Bredesen was up 2, not even a week ago, I think. He was up 2. Now, Marsha has flipped that to Blackburn, the Republican candidate, to take little Bobby Corker's place. And she's up to 50-42. All right. The move there has Democrats scared, and let me tell you why. So sorry for drinking water. It's just been right here on the set. Sorry about that. Please accept my apology. Bredesen is the former mayor of Nashville. Nashville, former mayor. Very liberal Nashville, home of Taylor Swift. Okay? Plus, I don't care what Taylor Swift is doing. I don't care if she's up already this morning, jazzercising and shaking it off. I don't care. Okay? But Phil Bredesen is the former mayor of Nashville, very liberal city. Then, this guy is the former governor. This means the state of Tennessee said that they wanted him for governor. This is the true big hope that Democrats had here as an indicator of a state, a red state, that would flip, giving Democrats hope everywhere in places like Missouri, where Claire McCaskill, if this Democrat could flip Tennessee. This is the state. This is post-Kavanaugh. The post-Kavanaugh polling coming in, they do not want you to see, folks, They do not want you to see the post-Kavanaugh confirmation polling that they have. Cedar Bluff, is it Cedar Bluff, Iowa out there? The place was packed, absolutely packed. And when President Trump brings up Kavanaugh, the place explodes, absolutely explodes. And then they go into chants of lock her up and it being Dianne Feinstein. Let's see tonight how that Kavanaugh, Dianne Feinstein plays in Erie, Pennsylvania. And we'll talk about that one tomorrow. Give me, here's another one, okay, for good reason. Give me number 15, and then we'll take our break for the top of the hour here. Number 15. Number 15, the NBC Marist poll, okay? And I don't put a lot into the polls, okay? And I'll explain this, and then I'm going to flip back. But Representative Jackie Rosen, sorry about that, and Senator Dean Heller, Republican. Heller is up 46-44. Now, that was swapped not even a week ago. It's not a week ago, I think Heller was down by 4. Okay? So who may win and grow the Senate? Not Brett Kavanaugh, the President of the United States. I guess that's why we need Nikki Haley. Is that why the party needs you now? Because Donald Trump had the nerve to stay with Brett Kavanaugh. He was not moving off that hill. He had taken that hill and he wasn't getting knocked off it. Don McGahn staying. Kelly staying. And Brett Kavanaugh staying on that hill. But the leadership of the President of the United States is why Dean Heller is now up to. It's why Blackburn is up 8. Scary. They don't want to talk about it. They do not say blue wave as they were saying blue wave just 2 weeks ago. Now they got a blue wave of cash. That's another thing. Now they got the cash. So here's what I want to say. Look at Heller 644. And then let's go back to Marsha Blackburn 50-42. All right. Folks, they're angry. Their hatred. Let me say this, the gift that keeps on giving. Let's go to number 21. October 9th, 2018 in Oxford, England, yesterday. I never sent you a 21. Okay. Well, it would be Hillary Clinton. Let's just put it like that. Hillary Clinton is who it is. And she said there's not going to, be any civility. You can't be civil with Republicans. Before I leave for this break, Republican polling that shows a Republican up right now is awesome news, because you would not believe the amount of people that will not talk to pollsters, not trusting their information, where it's going and who has it. Because look, Republicans get attacked. Republicans, let's remember this. Republicans is the party that will allow Democrats to eat in a restaurant wearing a Hillary Clinton shirt in peace. We'll let you eat. We'll let you wear your Hillary shirt and you can eat in peace. We won't like it, but we won't fight you for it. Republicans are the ones that can't wait to wear their MAGA hat and go in a restaurant and sit down without having to worry about the owner of the restaurant asking them to get up and leave. So they're not answering these polls, and any poll that has a Republican within 2 or up to is a big thing for me. We're going to take a break. It's here at top of the hour. We're going to come right back. We're going to go into Georgia, a little further into Georgia as soon as we return.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in J next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in J next to Walmart.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia: LJ, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
I am running because, like you, I was frustrated with my voice being lost on misguided priorities, on our community's priorities ignored by both parties. My so-called representative speaks for Atlanta money. I want something different. I am Rick Day, and this is why I want to be your state representative in the 7th District of Georgia. My parents were working people. We lived in working neighborhoods where we played, studied, struggled, and pulled together. Community is a value I hold close. Our past prepares us for our future. Yet we get stuck in the problems of the present and forget about our future generations. I want something different. A legislative focus on the future, solutions for our district. But how do we pay for these things? No one likes taxes. There's a better way than taxpayers' wallets. Start with putting hemp back in Hemptown. How would you like a 50% property tax cut? Or sales tax reduction? Education fully funded? Taxes can be cut when finding new sources of revenue. Think Napa Valley, a regional marketplace for hemp and cannabis. New sources of revenue will increase well-paying jobs in North Georgia. But we have a problem. My opponent is in cahoots with Big Pharma, for-profit prisons, and alcohol and tobacco lobbyists. Why do they fight this? Because by 2022, legal cannabis revenue in the United States market is projected to hit $25 billion. Some say that's low. Ralston is 10 years behind the rest of us on this issue. Ralston is the problem. We need new solutions, not old stereotypes. Cannabis has been linked to shrinking tumors, reducing Alzheimer's impact, and helping people quit addictions. We need a new agenda. Even our president agrees the incumbent is wrong. Sad. Speaking of medicine, micro-hospitals are Band-Aids on tumors. We deserve better health care than what the GOP has allowed. I will help fix health care. To everything, there is a season. Ask David why he was for term limits, but now he's not. What good has our conservative-turned-career corporate incumbent fat cat done for us? You should call and ask the incumbent why he won't bring home some of that corporate bacon he's serving up down in Atlanta. 22 years in politics changes a person for the worse. The problem is not government, it's governance, the people running it. We deserve better. We deserve something different. For the first time in decades, you now have a choice. Even Republicans agree my opponent is the elite of the political elite and has taken us for granted. Everything he allowed to pass this year is too little. Election season window dressing. Corporate donors control the state agenda through paid-off servants. I have pledged not to take dark money, only individuals, contributions, and your vote. I am no politician and no fan of Clinton or Pelosi. I'm too old for a career in politics. But I will bring a business experience and common sense that's lacking today. We are all disgusted and alarmed over legislative ethics, and I will address them. But no doubt, my focus will be to flip the marijuana money flowing from the black market to the farmer's market. Finally, remember, ballots are secret. So on November 6th, if you vote day, only you will know you want a better way. I am Rick Day, and I approve this message to ask for your vote on November 6th to be your representative in the 7th State District.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
The model year end clearance rolls on at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and the discounts on 2018 Chevys are huge. Forget MSRP on America's pickup truck. Save over $13,000 off Silverado Crew Cab LT. Forget MSRP on America's muscle car. Save over $7,000 off Camaro. The model year end discounts are huge, but the
Okay, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Okay, so I should have asked you. I should have asked you to get a pen or a piece of paper and a pencil before the commercial break. But go ahead, get one now. All right, because you are the research team. So, research team assemble. It is time. Let me just double check. There's nothing besides the... there's three things that could have happened that I didn't check on the internet. Let's see. So, I was just wondering if, in fact... anything new could have happened with Taylor Swift, or anything changed there in the world with Joe Scarborough and Minka. Okay, get a pencil, a piece of paper. That was enough time. Now, hear me out. This is the research team out there. This is what I want you to do for me. All right? Now, I want you to start looking at some things. First, let's start with candidates, and Lord, I pray you got these emails. Let's go with candidate number 1. That's picture 1. All right. That's Georgia Speaker of the House, David Ralston. So, before we go any further, let's look at, hopefully you have number 6, the map. Number 6, the map. Do you have that? Okay. Now, what you're looking at there is the 7th District, Representative District of Georgia. All right? You're looking at the 7th. That's Fannin County, Gilmer County, and a tip of Dawson. All right? So, that is Speaker Ralston. He is the Speaker of the House of Georgia. That is the district he represents, the 7th. Now, while I have the map up, look right underneath there, the 11th district, which has Pickens, a part of Gordon, and a part of Murray. Okay? Pickens, Gordon, and Murray. Okay? Now, remember early on in the show, I told you that there was 25 Democrats that showed up to see the Democrat candidate for Lieutenant Governor Sarah Riggs Amico right here in Gilmer County. Right? No Republicans went over and asked any questions of Sarah Riggs Amico on her visit. But 25 Democrats showed up. Now, I told you also, when I posted the town hall that I have here on Facebook with them, there's messages like, I can't believe those people live here. I didn't know we had people like that live here. Receive phone calls. What are you doing? One phone call I received, what are you doing? Why did you sit down with those people? And I said to myself, so you will know those people are here. And I keep telling you. So anyhow, now that is the 7th and the 11th district in North Georgia, representative district in North Georgia. So let's go to the picture number 3. Okay, there is Rick Jaspers. Rick Jaspers, he is the state representative. He currently represents District 11 there, Pickens, part of Gordon, part of Murray. Okay? Currently represents that district. Now, in the 7th district, this guy here is running against David Ralston. Number 2. That's Rick Day, and no disrespect. We found this picture with Rick Day and his Bernie Sanders sign, and he's a Bernie supporter, and he happens to be in the 7th district right here in Georgia running against the Speaker of the House. Okay? Now, as a Democrat, Ralston will probably win 80-20. I don't think it'll be, maybe not lower than that or higher, 80-20. But guess what the 20% will be? It'll be about 15% of Democrats that generally do not come out at all and vote in November. There's nobody on the ballot. So does Rick Day stand a chance running against Georgia Speaker of the House, David Ralston? No, he doesn't stand a chance. But does Rick Day stand a chance of getting about 5% more Democrat votes to come out in Gilmer County? Could he add 2,000 Democrat votes that normally do not come out in November? Could he help pull those 2,000 extra votes out just in Gilmer and Fannin County? 2,000 here, 1,000 up there, 3,000 whatever, or 2,500? Now do that all around the rural counties of the state. Give Stacey Abrams 1,500. You look at how many go to. Now, not every Kevin Tanner over in, is it the 9th district? He doesn't have an opponent, okay? But there's reasons to draw out. Now, there's a couple in Gilmer, reasons, a couple in Fannin, okay? And a couple in some areas. But pay attention to this race and go to every representative race and see if there's how many representatives there are in the state of Georgia. And if that was to give in every district Stacey Abrams 2,500 more votes to generate to come out. See, they want candidates in the local races to get Democrats to come out. There will be candidates. There will be voters come out in these districts. There'll be voters come out in these districts to vote for Stacey Abrams. There'll be voters come out in these districts to vote against David Ralston. There'll be which will be votes for Rick Day. But if Stacey Abrams stood on the ballot by herself, totally by herself, and District 7's unopposed, and District 11 is unopposed, and so many of them unopposed, I don't know how many white voters in these areas that are Democrat white voters that would be inspired to come to the polls in their district, the 7th, the 11th, and so on, and cast their vote for Stacey Abrams. Now let's go here. Let's go to number 3 again. And now these people are running, and they're actually running campaigns, okay? And this is, I think his name's, is it Lee Shiver? Let me get that right quick here, make sure I got it right here. Lee Shiver. All right, there's Rick Jaspers, it's 11, and he has an opponent, okay? Lee Shiver, that's number, give me number 4. And that's Lee Shiver running against Rick Jaspers in the 4th for Democrat. He is running. His Facebook page is active. He's going to things. Dalton Citizen newspaper, the Dalton Citizen, is writing articles about him. Okay? He's running. And running pretty hard against Rick Jaspers. Will he win? No. But add up another couple thousand votes. Because what we have to do here in the next couple days is look strong at what's going on in these districts and what the odds are of it just bringing in rural Georgia a couple thousand votes here and there. Now this guy is, I mean, this is the more I get to know him, there was, I'm not going to say I dislike him, but there was a time I liked him, not in a liked him kind of way that I would vote for him or whatever else you were thinking, but There was a time I liked the guy. He was okay. But after coming in the studio and then listening to him over here in Gilmer County with these Democrats, this, can I say this? I know it's internet. I know I own the place. I mean, this is the closest thing that Doug Collins will ever have to a woman running against him. First of all, let's go to map 7. Number 7. This is the 9th District of Georgia. This is where you live if you're in LJ. This is your representative. You can see the yellow covered area of 20 counties, okay? And that's the 9th District. The 3rd strongest, tied for 2nd, I think. 3rd strongest, there's a district tied for 3rd or something. There's a district out in Texas, a district, I think District 5 in Kentucky, and then the 9th District is the 3rd most conservative district in the United States. But what do they have? They have a candidate. Now, this is where I say, and I could be totally wrong. If I'm wrong day after election, good, I'm wrong. But this is where Republicans, they pat me on the damn head and send me on my way and, well, he won't get 20% of the vote. He's on the ballot, folks. Another reason for Democrats to come out. A white candidate, okay, on the ballot for a black governor candidate on the ballot. Just saying. I don't care how racial it sounds. There may be a lot of white Democrats in Georgia that don't want to go pull the lever. I don't care what it sounds like for Stacey Abrams. It's showtime. It's time to talk about it. But that's the 9th District of Georgia, the 3rd most conservative district in the United States. But they have a candidate. And I'm going to tell you what I'm looking for right after this. Okay? And these are the things we got to start looking up in these districts to see what the possibility is in rural Georgia. Give me a picture. You got that 9th District up. That's represented. Give me number 5. Congressman Doug Collins. Congressman Doug Collins represents that district. Okay? And he's running against a woman. I know it's not funny, but go listen to this guy, okay? I thought he was going to break out a pink hat. I really did. I thought Sunday, it wouldn't shock me if this guy doesn't wear a pink genitalia-shaped hat. Let's go to number 6. This is Josh McCall. McCall for all. That's the Democrat candidate. He's running. He's running hard. I mean, he is. He's running as hard as he can in this district. He knows he's not going to win. That's the interesting thing with all 3 candidates I've showed you today. The candidate in the 7th representative district, state district in Georgia, the 11th state representative district in Georgia, the 9th district congressional district. They know they're not going to win. Keep that in mind. They're running knowing they're not going to win. They're running in districts they know they probably stand no chance. So why are these white men running? Because Brian Kemp is doing he's doing well with white men. I don't know, why are these white men running? Now, you could say I'm wrong. You could say it's just a coincidence. And it's in North Georgia. This guy's running in the 9th District against Doug Collins, and he's running. He's going to meetings. He's holding these little town halls. I see the pictures. This guy's got 60, 70 people at some of his town halls around Gainesville. I mean, there's some pretty liberal spots in the 9th District, believe it or not, that will come out and vote for him. You got to understand where Gilmer, so goes Gilmer, that's one of 20 counties. So if there's 25 here, and we're in one of the very rural counties in the 20 county district of the 9th, just think of, Hall and some of the bigger counties that may have stronger Democrat parties than you and I realize. But they have a candidate. Okay, here's the math I want you to do. Okay, and this is what I want you to start looking at in North Georgia with me. Okay, because we have to get to work. Now, Brian Kemp's up in the latest poll, 47-45. I feel good here. Okay? But we have to overcome Atlanta. I'll never forget, as long as I live, calling a rural voting district in Wisconsin when I was doing my own research on rural America in the last election. And as you all know, I told you months in advance, I have the video, I told you months in advance that rural America would win the presidential election. I said that, okay? So I did some research in rural America. So I went to Wisconsin. Now, people are going to say, you did not know Michigan was going to go for Trump. Yes, I did. Well, it had to get called 3 days later because it's only split by a couple thousand votes. Folks, I had no scientific data, but I did rural Michigan research where I directly sit down in my office and make calls and had a legal pad and made notes. So I knew Pennsylvania was going to go for Trump. I knew, felt good that Michigan would, and I felt really good that Wisconsin was going to go for Trump. What's that got to do with Georgia? Let's take him off there. Damn it, I can't keep looking at him. Let's just find something. We got anything nice to look at? Well, hell, there's Hillary Clinton. That's not nice. Let's let's put up Brian Kemp. Okay, number 9. Because we are talking about the race in Georgia. Okay, so anyhow, I did the research, and I'll never forget, as long as I live, calling a rural county in Wisconsin, and the head of elections in that rural county said, I'll never forget, it is going to be tough to overtake Madison, Wisconsin, right? It is going to be tough to take Madison and Wisconsin and Milwaukee. It's going to be tough to take those. But we may generate enough rural vote just to do it. But it's not going to be easy. Never forget that as long as I live. So it's been seared in my brain that Democrats are not as dumb as you think Kamala Harris looks. They're not. They're not as dumb as Spartacus acts. They're not. They put long-term plans together. And they know they lost rural areas of the United States. They know that. And their goal was to that's why when I listened to a speech, I was there Monday night, and I listened to a lady tell me with Common Cause that 80%, if not more, of Republicans run unopposed in the state. Okay, run unopposed. And that's when she was talking about the gerrymandering of the districts, but they run unopposed. I listened to that Monday night right here in Gilmer County, a lady tell me that. So what do they have? Since the state of Georgia has turned Republican, they have more Democrat candidates than they've had in years on the ballot. In years. They have challengers all over the state like they've never had before in years. State representative districts, okay, state Senate districts, congressional districts. I mean, you talk about the 9th district, and I'm going to give you that in a minute, that I don't even think had a Democrat opponent last time. Or you didn't know they had one. You do now. You do this time. Because although Josh McCall can't win, he is campaigning. And although Josh McCall doesn't have the money from the Democrats like he'd like to have, because Democrats know they're not going to invest in the 9th District. He does have a little campaign cash. He is buying some signs. He is putting his name out there, and he's holding these town halls and taking any free piece of advertisement he could get with a radio station or anybody, okay? That being said, when I heard that in Madison, the Democrats have definitely know they've lost rural America, and that's where they're working. And that's where I tell you, the other Sunday morning, okay, there's been several people that are saying that, besides myself, that truly, okay, Georgia is a 5-point state. That's what they say out there, okay? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But they say truly, if you look at it and boil it down, that Georgia's gotten to, when you call it a red state, a 5-point state. There's a 5-point spread between Democrats. It could be larger, but this is what a lot of people say. There's a 5-point spread between the Democrats and the Republicans in Georgia. It's very possible, okay? I could take you back, go back, and I don't know if it's more than 5, but David Perdue, Michelle Nunn. So this time they are fired up. Elizabeth Warren, okay, Pocahontas was here yesterday. Pocahontas, Bloomberg's poured money in here. Steyer, Soros, they're pouring money in here like you would not believe from the left coast. Kirsten Gillibrand was here the other day. The left is coming into Georgia. I mean, there's as many people on the left visiting Georgia and pouring cash into Georgia. You would think they were going to be able to flip the House of Representatives in Georgia, but they know. See, the state of Georgia doesn't have a supermajority right now in Republicans. Republicans don't have a supermajority. What does that mean? Oh, hell. All right, you remember, okay, let's just do this real quick. Gerrymandering, okay, and maps for voting districts in the state of Georgia. If Stacey Abrams was to win the state of Georgia, and here's what you're going to say. You're going to say, please don't tell me that again. I have to, because I got to add something on that I have not told you thus far. If Stacey Abrams wins the state of Georgia, every districting map the Republicans send her, she will veto. Okay? Now, you remember a couple years ago, we got upset, several of us got upset that the Republicans did not go back into session to get a veto, override a veto of the governor of Georgia. We got upset. Why won't he go back into session? Remember, he vetoed campus carry. We got mad and said, hey, we want you to go back into session and override his veto, okay? But they didn't. So somebody said to me, if the Republicans lose the governor's house, stay with me, the Gold Dome, and they keep sending maps to Stacey Abrams and she vetoes them, they can do a veto, they can override her veto. That's as simple as somebody had. Guess what? They don't have a supermajority, folks. A supermajority vote, if Republicans had, they do. Republicans have the majority in the House of Representatives in Georgia and the state Senate. They have the majority. They don't have the supermajority, folks. And there's pretty good odds they come out of this election losing a couple of those seats. Maybe. Okay? And I'm just telling you now, if they lose a couple more, but don't think about a veto override. If you were walking around today saying, well, if Stacey wins, we've got the House and the Senate. You don't have veto override. You don't have a supermajority. And I doubt you will after, in 27 days will Republicans in the state of Georgia have a supermajority. You don't have it. So I think what will happen is you'll pass a whole lot of bills and they'll go to Stacey's desk if, God forbid, she's the governor and she'll veto them and there's nothing you could do. Period. And then I sure hope we don't have the handful of spineless Republicans that says, well, let's negotiate with her. So if you are thinking for 1 minute that Stacey Abrams, governor, and the House of Representatives, led by David Ralston, and the Senate, led by whoever the hell I don't know, we're safe, no. Trust me, then Republicans, Democrats don't do it. They don't do it at all. Democrats will not do it, but Republicans will. They'll negotiate. And that's the fear you have to have. And quit walking around thinking that, we can override her veto. We don't have a supermajority. So here's what I want you to do. I'm going to take a break, but here's what I want you to do. I want you to look at right here. All right, let's go back to picture 7. North Georgia. All right, this is the 9th Congressional District. Doug Collins, representative. The last time, let's just use numbers. Let's just use numbers to do it. Don't go look it up and say I said something. So let's use 10,000 votes. Okay, so last time Doug Collins got 10,000 votes here, okay? And some no-name Democrat that we didn't even realize was on the ticket, he got 500. Or he or she got 500 votes. We didn't even realize he basically doesn't have an opponent. But this time he does. So this time he gets 8,000 votes. And Josh gets 2,000. Well, he still beats him 80-20, right? But that is 1,500 votes in that district that was not in the Democrat column because they didn't show up the last time they ran for office. When you start doing the research, you got to remember, Democrats didn't show up last time because Nathan Deal was governor and they pretty much felt he was a shoo-in. But go to the last governor's race and go around these districts and around these congressional districts with Jason Carter. You still have a situation you had little, if any, Democrats on the ballot. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say there, that they're going to pull in the 2,000 here and the 2,000 here that they've not gotten in the past. And if Georgia is a 5% state in rural Georgia, I just wanted to say, hey, pay attention, folks. Call other Republicans. Here's the thing with Brian Kemp. Now, I'm just going to tell you nicely, Brian Kemp. I know you got to spend your money and you're up against Tom Steyer, you're up against George Soros, and the Hollywood left. I know they're pouring the money in on you. I know you have a disadvantage. But I will tell you the comments I have heard in North Georgia, because I'm in the 3% to pay attention. You guys took down all the signs. I think you have signs in heavy districts, heavy voting districts, good. But I think you need to campaign a small army in that district alone and plant Brian Kemp signs everywhere and remind these damn people there is an election and they need to come out for you. You need to revitalize your base in the rural Georgia areas, and one bus trip is not going to do it. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to take a brief break, and then we'll come back.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia: Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
The model year in clearance rolls on at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and the discounts on 2018 Chevys are huge. Forget MSRP on America's pickup truck. Save over $13,000 off Silverado Crew Cab LT. Forget MSRP on America's muscle car. Save over $7,000 off Camaro. The model year and discounts are huge, but the
Hey, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, just to let you know, yes, voter registration is over in Georgia. It has passed, gone. Also, to let you know, the 15th, early voting starts. Okay. And I forget, yesterday we told you about the Uber will pick your ass up and take you to vote. Told you about that. Well, I know that wasn't nice, right? I'm trying to look for that comment that was on here yesterday. Somebody said on my video for my little town hall, not town hall, the little focus group I did, makes me sick that there is this many idiots this close to where I live. Thank God I don't know any of them. That's right, you don't know them, but they're out there. So that's what we continue to talk about. Now I got to wrap up the show. It's 9:47. Let me be clear. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow will be Thursday. I know that was brilliant, right? But it just reminds me tomorrow will be time for Carla's Corner. Carla's Corner will be on tomorrow at 8:30. And then we have Friday. We will be up at Circuit World of Blue Ridge. The entire all-star political panel will be reassembled there. Well, you know, there's times I felt we need reassembled. We'll be back. We're putting the band back together. Everybody will be there Friday, Circuit World in Blue Ridge. Friday night, I'm going to head over and watch some football Friday night. I know it's Wednesday, but I'm getting ready in advance. I'm going to watch some football Friday night, and I'm going to be over to Lumpkin. That's where I'm going. I'm going to Dahlonega to watch the Lumpkin Indians take on Greater Atlanta Christian. Somebody asked me the other day, why are you doing that? Now, I love my Dahlonega Lumpkin viewers out there. FetcherNews.com covers Lumpkin County. But here's what I want to say. Odds are winning in Lumpkin County Friday night against GAC is very little, but I haven't had a chance to see GAC play this year, and I'm trying to get a well-balanced look at all the teams this year in all the regions we cover. So I'm going to head over there Friday night, and today is Wednesday. I'm anticipating trying to take a nap, okay? Don't get mad at me, but it needs to be nap Wednesday for me. I need a little bit of a break here. Okay, I don't know because my pictures didn't come through, and like I told you earlier, that's not Josh's fault, that's mine. And you can clip that recording there, and Josh could always have that and just play that back every once in a while. It's not Josh's fault, it's mine. Josh, do you have number 17, or is that one that did not come through? You have it. Okay. Now, this is how low. I told you yesterday, okay? First of all, everybody is evacuating the coast down there in Florida or the panhandle of Florida as Hurricane Michael Avenatti is coming through. A stormy weather in the panhandle as Hurricane Michael Avenatti is coming through. That's pretty good. Stormy was dancing there just last night. So while everybody is watching that and everybody's coming up with all, I'm not even worked up over. I'm relaxing on Nikki Haley right now. I don't even want to talk about it. The Cub fan gave me a theory. I thought it was fun to run with. I still think it is. Beauregard, that's Jeff Sessions, goes back to Alabama, runs for Doug Jones' seat, and he's gone. Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. He's out. And I left my bada bing out. So I bada boom 3 times, no bada bing. And so then we have Nikki Haley becoming the senator of South Carolina, positioning herself in a much better place to be president of the United States. Wouldn't that be neat if she had foreign policy experience, some Senate, cred, and also governor? Be interesting. She could almost campaign in 2024 and tell folks that she's the most experienced for the job, okay? Interesting, right? So, and then Lindsey Graham become Attorney General. So the Turkish officials say, I've tried this guy's name. I've pronounced it. I listened to them pronounce it, and I can't get it, okay? But suppose this guy is a Washington Post reporter, okay? And he goes into, I guess he's trying to get his paperwork or something. Istanbul, Turkey, the Saudi Arabian, I guess, consulate. Complex operation in which was killed within 2 hours of his arrival at the consulate by a team of Saudi agents who dismembered his body with a bone saw. So he is a American resident. I don't know if he's a citizen, but he's a resident of this country. I think he's from Saudi Arabia. He's at Turkish officials say he was killed on order of Saudi leadership. So supposedly this Saudi group of assassins. Now I said yesterday, okay, I said, is it wrong? Is it wrong? The first thing you think is, man, this is going to be a good movie. I know that was bad, right? So supposedly he goes in here. They're already set up inside. They assassinate him, chop him up. And he hasn't been seen in weeks. And supposedly there's 3 vans, and 2 go to the right. When they come out, there's boxes that come out. 2 go to the right, 1 goes to the left. I don't know this whole story, but it's pretty interesting, okay? But here's the thing that gets me, is Joe Scarborough has the nerve to imply, it's being implied, that Donald Trump participated in killing this journalist. I swear to God, I'm looking in the eye and tell you, I swear to God. Okay, this guy's a Washington Post reporter, a journalist. Okay, and I mean, it's upsetting. Washington Post. MSNBC can't get any lower. You thought Dianne Feinstein leaking Dr. Ford's letter, oh, these guys are allegedly, these guys can't get any lower. They just get lower by the day. Well, you remember it wasn't a year ago that he was fond of Vladimir Putin, and, you know, he basically looks at it, hey, Vladimir kills journalists, why can't I? I swear that they're actually paralleling the dangers journalists have now because of Donald Trump saying, look back there on that row, fake news. Because all they do is they lie 7 days a week. We pointed out here. They do nothing but lie. CNN is down in the Gulf right now with their misery team put together, their special team. They will run that hurricane 24/7. They're trying to find some failure with Donald Trump. I mean, what if they succeed here 3 weeks before the election, or 4 weeks before the election? What if they succeed here and find failure down there in Florida? I mean, they can't wait, because Rick Scott is the governor of Florida that is running for the Senate, and what they could only hope, Ron DeSantis is running for governor. So you've got the governor that has to act in this disaster like a governor. I mean, be the governor in this disaster. And you got a Ron DeSantis out there that's going to act like he's the governor, try to act like. And you got Jillian, he's going to probably get his own boats and his own team of cadaver dogs to search. I mean, I'm serious. Watch what happens here on the Gulf with politics in the next 48 to 72 hours. You just can't. You will not be able to cut the crap that's going to happen on this panhandle with Scott being governor, running for Senate, Jillian and Ron DeSantis, the Democrat and the Republican, running for governor, President of the United States, FEMA. Watch what happens. And the CNN can't wait to expose the disaster team is down there. I mean, they're down there right on it. So anyhow, that being said, they're all fake, and they're actually saying that this Washington Post reporter, that Donald Trump was aware it was happening, turned his head and gave it a nod. That was said. Gave it a nod for that to go forward and kill this guy, this journalist. Donald Trump knows about it. The Americans know. And we turned our heads because it was the Saudis. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to leave on that. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. If you ever want to find our clips or our show, you can go to our YouTube channel, FYN TV Fetcher News. Subscribe there. You can check out our playlist. Go to our playlist. Check it out. We're there. And we do the show live on YouTube and then also on FYNTV.com. Hit on demand and everything is there also. It's now time for North Georgia's only online sports show, #1 sports show with none other than Dave Garner and Instant Replay. So right after this Instant Replay with Dave Garner, I'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Take us out of here, Josh.